Hi, everybody. It's Heather, the expat entrepreneur. Welcome. I want to give you a rundown on the plan and what it's all about. And I'm going to just assume at this point that you already have a good fundamental understanding of cryptocurrency and blockchain and that kind of thing. If you don't, I've put a short video series together that's kind of an introductory step-by-step into crypto land. If you're brand new, why don't you go ahead and watch that first and just get a better idea so that you've got the foundation. So for the rest of us who already kind of know a little bit about crypto, maybe you just know it's worth looking at for an investment opportunity for yourself, and you're wondering what is the best way to invest in crypto, and what is the plan all about, and who the heck is Dan Hollings? And so I just want to let you know that Dan is somebody who I actually know and know of him from his past days when he was in Amazon, teaching people how to do a different way of selling physical products on Amazon that was ingenious. And he was the first person I knew of to teach people how to sell wholesale, which is now a huge training platform for other people. It's not through him. Somebody else went and ran with it after he moved on to some bigger, brighter, better things. But he's a super smart guy. He was also the one who is the marketing genius behind The Secret, which you might remember was that blockbuster hit in the 90s, I think it was. And he got it on the Oprah show. And yeah, he's a trend spotter. He's got a real smart kind of like an engineer's brain. He can see patterns and put things together in ways that I don't see other people doing, quite frankly. I certainly can't do it. So that's kind of who he is in a nutshell. And he's also way before that. He's a teacher originally by trade, and I guess he was a music teacher. But a very, very nice man, a very smart man who, what he did was he ended up, just the way that his life went and the direction things went for him, he was investing in crypto and he lost everything. He did what most people do and tried, the buy low, sell high and all that kind of thing. And he lost everything. And he told everybody that he's getting out of crypto, and who knows what he was going to go on to do, what he was telling people, but secretly he was actually continuing to try and work at it and figure it out because he just couldn't let it go. And the next thing you know, 3 years later, and $5 million later, he actually figured out the sweet spot and figured out the secret for how to make passive income off of the volatility of crypto on autopilot with a step-by-step program that he has figured out after all these trial and errors how to do. So how is that? What is this all about? What it is it's grid bot trading in the cryptocurrency market. Some of you might, if you know a little bit about the stock market and trading there, some of you might think of it in terms of like that high frequency trading that the big firms do, where you can just buy and sell really, really fast at micros of a second. That's not what we're doing here with the grid bot trading, but it's not far off of an analogy. Basically what it is you've got this automation, you've got computer code, you've got this AI intelligence that you set up with the certain parameters, and it will go out and make these trades for you and follow your orders. And you don't have to know how to set and program the bots. That happens automatically with this system. You've just got a couple of key settings that are integral to the success of this strategy. But you've got to put those in there and then send your bot off on its way. And what it does, it will go out there and follow your orders. And if this happens, then it will do that. And that's all it is. It's a series of if this, then that state reaction to whatever's going on. And your bot will go ahead and make you a whole bunch of money. I'm going to use my little coins analogy that I came up with for how to explain how does a bot work. And I always put the British pound on the right here, which is my right, and the United Arab Emirate dirham on the left. And basically these are going to, let's just say these two coins here represent two cryptocurrency coins. Okay. And what we do is we've got this grid. So in between my hands is the grid that we're going to set up, and it's going to have however many lines are in there. Let's just say for easy numbers, there's going to be 100 lines. Each one of those lines is going to be representative of one of these two coins, right? So you're going to have a stable coin that is the coin that's going to be on the right. That's going to be something like USDT, for example. And that is pegged, literally pegged to the US dollar. So it's not going to move around a whole lot. And then the other coin is going to be your wiggler, because Dan coined the phrase, let's wiggle our way to wealth. And this is why. You're going to understand in a second why he came up with that. But this wiggle coin, and there's a lot of great criteria that you're going to learn in the plan to figure out, how do you find this one? And how do you put this pairing together? How do you know you're doing the right one? And Dan teaches you how to do that, because there's a lot of ways you could go wrong, put it that way. So what you've done here is you've figured out what your upper and lower prices are. You've got your grid lines in here, and you've got your 2 coins. And you've got this one again that's not moving very much because it's pegged, it's a stable coin, pegged to the US dollar. And so it's staying there. So what you've got here is your wiggle coin that's just going to be moving against the stable coin, right? And it's going to continue moving along your grid. And sometimes they'll both go up higher, and sometimes they'll both go down lower. And that's how this investment actually works. That's how a grid bot works. So as long as this is your bot, these 2 coins, as long as it's staying within your 2 grid lines, you're good and you're in the profit zone. If it pops down below, you're temporarily out of the profit zone. If it pops down above the grid, you're temporarily out of the profit zone until it gets in between those 2 lines. And so that's where you're making your money. And as far as those times when it pops up below, when you're out of range, this will happen, you guys. It's part of this investment. It's part of the strategy. There's no avoiding it. There's no way to avoid that from happening. That's the other side of the coin, right? That's the other side of this investment strategy. What is so great about this is that you've got this system where you can make passive income, because the amount of time it's going to take you to identify these two coins, put them in a bot and send it off on its way, that's like 10 minutes work. And that's a lot. When you've done it a couple of times, it'll be 5 minutes or less. I promise you. So for the amount of money that you can stand to make off of a bot, given the amount of time you've put in, it's outstanding, right? So that happens. And like I say, it's continuing to just go automatically. This bot will keep on going as long as you don't close it. If you decide to close the bot, then it will stop. But as long as you've got that bot going, even if it's way down or way up, and it will come back eventually, and then you're going to go again a little bit, it will keep on chugging. And the thing that's really beautiful about it is, as those profits are made, and that happens, it can be hundreds of times in one day, right? As those profits are made, they're instantly put into your account balance at your exchange. And the exchange is in your name, in your control, for all of the decisions to be made by you. Nobody is managing that for you. You are managing it for yourself. So there's no margin of somebody scamming you, or of you falling into an investment scheme or something like that. It's under your control, because the plan will teach you exactly what you need to do. And it's not rocket science. It's not difficult at all. You do need to learn it though. But so as this thing is making those profits for you, they're getting spun out one after the other into your balance. And guess what? This bot keeps going. It just keeps on going until you close it down. So that's one of the greatest things, because this bot is what can improve your lifestyle today. We're not waiting 10 years for this bond to mature, or 5 years for this to finally get the increase in value, for it to finally come up that I'm going to sell and take the money out, or whatever the case may be. With other traditional investments that we do, you are getting your profits immediately, and you can do one of many things with them. Quite frankly, you can take the money and spend it. You can bring it back into the brick and mortar world, and you can go out for a nice dinner, or buy a new car, or take that vacation you've been wanting to take. Or you can reinvest it and do another bot, or do another type of investment in crypto or something along those lines. The choice is yours. That's the point. The choice is yours. And even while you're deciding, this bot is going to keep on making you more and more profit. That's just going to keep spinning off and going into your account balance. That again is always under your control. So that's what makes this so unique and so powerful. And most of us, what we're trying to do, and what you're encouraged to do, is to take some of that money off the table, some of those profits off the table, and seed it back into your real, day-to-day life, so that eventually you're only going to be playing with house money, so to speak, that your original investment has been returned to you, and all of the money that you're making is coming out of, as a result of your initial investment that has now been returned. So, and that is a very, very possible thing to happen. And I've seen it happen with many, many people. In fact, my account, this was the case. Within a very short period of time, I made back not only my course tuition fee, but the amount that I put in for my first spot. I ended up putting more money in because I wanted to invest more into this, into crypto, into this investment. But I made that back, both of those two back, within the first 3 months of trading, of implementing the system. So it's great. It's a great thing. And as far as, what's happening in the market today, no matter when you're watching this video, if it's, even a year from now, when is the good time to do this? And it's now. It doesn't matter if the market is up and soaring. It doesn't matter if the market is tanked and it's down low. And we're actually just at a point now where it has been low and it's just starting to come back up again. The timing is perfect no matter when you do it, because it doesn't matter where crypto is as a whole, right? All of the crypto coins follow Bitcoin. And when Bitcoin soars, the whole market soars. When Bitcoin tanks, the whole market pulls everything down with it. And where the whole market is it high, is it low, is it in the medium? It doesn't matter. And here's why. What matters is when you're putting this coin pairing together, what's happening between these two coins at that time, at that moment in time. That's what matters. And it has nothing to do with the other. It doesn't matter if the whole thing is up, because they're still going to be doing whatever they're doing, or if the whole thing is down. You still have to be able to pick that time based on what's happening between these two coins, the relationship here. That's what's important. And that's what makes this such a unique approach. The most common way that most people are investing in crypto, I should say investing and losing in crypto, is they're trying to buy and hold, or buy low, sell high, right? Time the market. And if there was a reliable way that we could do that, there would be a ton of us walking around with a whole lot more money, because we'd all be doing it. The truth is, there is no reliable way to do that. None of us can predict the market, least of all the crypto market, which is the most volatile market, possibly the most volatile market on the planet. When you are trying to just time the market, boy, oh boy, you're just on pins and needles the whole time, and you've got no fallback. All you're waiting for is for whenever you've decided that you've hit that high enough of a gain that you can take it out. And what usually happens, even if you did luck out and get in low and you're going up, is we're usually wait too long, right? And then it turns around and you should have gotten out higher, and you never end up getting as much as you think you would have liked to have anyway. And with this grid bot strategy, you still have the opportunity to do that, to buy low and sell high. But in addition to that, we've also got all these bot profits that are just coming off one after the other, going straight into your account for you to do whatever you want with it. That's why this is so powerful. And that's why this is a game changer. This, coupled with the fact that, as I said in the beginning, it's open to anybody. You do not have to have that $1 million net worth in order to participate. You simply need to invest in the plan, take the training, and implement what you've learned. And once you do that, the training itself is going to take somewhere maybe 12 to 15 hours of your time. There's 6 sessions that are recorded, they're videos, and you can watch them, you can speed them up, you can replay, you can pause, you can do whatever you need to do. And once you've watched that training and you've implemented, and you've been practicing, because you've got to practice this with demo bots for a little while before you actually put real money in the market. After that, and you get started, you're going to you might spend an hour the first time you start researching a coin pairing, and you put it together with real money, and you're real careful, right, to make sure you're doing everything just right. But after that, I mean, each time you do it, it might take 10 minutes, it might take 5 minutes. It doesn't take any time at all. And the amount of time, by the way, that you need to devote to it on an ongoing basis for monitoring, 10, 20, 30 minutes a week. That's it. because there's nothing to do. Once you got that bot going and it's wiggling around there, it's just going. There's nothing to do at that point, unless or until you decide that you want to close that bot. And there's a huge lesson that Dan teaches us about potential reasons why you would want to close a bot, do ways that you can close a bot. I'll save that for him to explain to you guys if you're going to come on in and join. But basically, until you do close it, you don't have to mess with this thing. You've set this thing up. It is good to go to infinity. You don't have to do anything ever again with it, other than take your money out of your balance and go do something with that. So, which is wonderful. So let me just share with you some of the actual logistics, some of the details about this program. The plan is $3,497. That is the price of the program. And you can do a one-time pay, or you can actually split that up into 4 installments of $1,000 each. That's at least how they've been doing it in the past. And the other things that you need to know with the plan, you do need to have a subscription to a software platform. It's called Bitsgap. I hope you don't just run off and think you can do it on your own because you know the name of this thing. You need to know what you're doing there. And this is actually where Dan spent 3 years and $5 million figuring out by trial and error the best, most perfect settings for the whole formula, for the whole strategy. So you will need to use that, and that subscription, that's a monthly fee, and depending on which plan you choose, which level, it's anywhere from $60 to $120 a year, or a month, sorry, $60 to $120 a month. In addition to that, you do need $3,000, and we're talking about US dollars. That's the price point I'm talking. You do need $3,000 of investment capital for your bot. And that is one of the many criteria that I am allowed to disclose to you, because everything else is covered under NDA. All the plan members have to sign an NDA so that it prevents us from disclosing the secret information that Dan has come up with, that he spent all that time and money figuring out. Yeah, you do need for each bot, $3,000 to $5,000 per bot is what he recommends. And like I said earlier, myself and several other people I know, we've recouped the program, the tuition fee, and the initial investment of the first bot within the first couple of months of trading, which is phenomenal, right? And that is not unrealistic. It's not unreasonable to think you can do that. Then you can carry on, and the idea and hope is that you would actually take, your earnings and build up for another couple of bots, and be maybe playing with house money and not have any of your own money actually in it. But that's a personal choice, whatever you want to do. The goal is to build up to 3 to 5 bots at least, and have this going for you so that you can enjoy the portfolio effect. And what that is it averages everything out. When you've got 3 to 5 bots going, as opposed to 1 or 2, you've presumably bought them at different times in the market, which is something that you're encouraged to do, not all next Tuesday, for example. But you also are going to find yourself in a situation where when one is up, another one will be down, and it kind of will average out. And it just gives you a more broad playing field for your capital, so that your returns are also averaged out and nice. If one of them is maybe not wiggling quite as much as you thought it was going to, and another one is going really great. So that's the rationale behind that and why we do that. But you do want to build up to that. And so the other thing is that Dan does include some bonuses with the plan. And currently what you're going to get is 2 free months of his CPR service. And what that is the coin pairing recommendation service, or research. It's not recommendation, it's research. And what that is, it's where you will get the ability to, he will have, in those 2 months, he will do, I think it's 24 each month, recommendations for you, suggestions of coin pairings. And this is not investment advice. It's really, really important to say that. Anything you hear on my channel, or from me or from them, none of it is investment advice. None of us are licensed to give out investment advice or tax advice. But what it is a research that's been done. It's a vetted coin pair that would be a good idea for you to put demo bot on with. And so when we do the demo bot, what we're doing is we are validating that this coin pair is still wiggling and still doing well. That's the whole point of doing it. And also to exercise the muscle and keep figuring out, how do we use the software? How do we do that? What happens when this happens? And how do I deal with this? And it's just constantly being able to use the information that you're learning. So that's one of the great bonuses that he gives. There's a few other little things, a little book that's been written that's gives everybody a really good idea of how crypto works, how blockchain works. It's kind of written for somebody who knows nothing to step in and have it suddenly come out with an understanding of what cryptocurrencies are and how they work. And there's, of course, the Rapid Crush offers their customer support, their service, where you can write an email into the support desk and get an answer back. In addition to that, I will say that anybody who does enroll through me, you will also get 12 extra exclusive real value bonuses that I personally deliver for you. And these are amazing, especially if you're a beginner, because I was a beginner and I know what I needed that I didn't get when I was first starting out. I know where the stumbling blocks were for me and what I needed help with that didn't exist. And so I created it myself so that I could help everybody else who wants to come in through me. The whole point of it is to get you up and running quicker and smoother, and not have to fumble around on your own trying to figure stuff out. There is a ton of information and resources that Dan and the team have put together that's available in the members portal that's there for you. But there's still a whole bunch of things, a whole bunch of little stumbling blocks that are going to come up. Trust me, they are. And I don't want to pretend like, oh, it's just going to be smooth sailing and no problem. Is this not the case? There's still some stuff you've got to work through to get set up and to get this machine rolling, to get it going. And the bonuses that I put together are designed specifically for somebody who knows nothing, to step in and be able to move through each step that you need to do to get this thing going. And a huge part of that, a huge component, is actually my actual support, because you will have me as a resource to reach out to, in addition to the amazing Facebook community that is waiting there for you. The Merry Band of Crypto Traders is who we are. And it would be my pleasure to welcome you into our group, where it's an amazing community of people who are so helpful, and people will ask questions right in the group instead of asking them directly to me, and all kinds of other existing members will come and chime in and help you out, which is amazing. Because the last time I counted, I think I have 27 countries represented in well over 300 members. So there's going to be somebody who's awake and on your time zone anytime that you need, to post a question or whatever. So just know that if you do decide to take the step ahead and do enroll in the plan, I highly recommend that you enroll through me and use my link so that you can get all my bonuses and support. It's a massive difference, you guys. And there'll be a link below to take you to a more detailed page on my bonuses, where you can see some raving reviews, some raving fans of mine, my members, who are singing my praises because it has been so helpful for them. And I've also known people on the other side of the coin too, who made the mistake of not signing up with an affiliate who offered any help or support after the fact. Because there's a lot of people out there who are selling this program who don't know anything about crypto, aren't doing the plan, and are not offering any support after the fact. And I don't want to see you flailing away on your own, because some of you have reached out to me after the fact. You found my resources later and you said, I signed up earlier, but I didn't join through you. And can I possibly come in? And I can't just let people in. I'm sorry. It has to remain exclusive to people who have joined through me, in fairness to the people who already have, because that is the whole and in fairness to me too. I've created all these bonuses for you. So do give that some thought. And I can promise you that I've scoured and looked hard, and I do not see anybody who's offering anywhere near the level of support and tools that I am. So, and again, it would be my pleasure to welcome you into my community, my group, and work with you to get that, get you set up and running and get that bot profit going. So yeah, better of an idea of what this thing is. And what I'd encourage you to do is to go ahead and click the link that's below this video. Right now, I can't tell you what that link does because I don't know what the time frame is when you're watching this video. But what I can promise you is that it will give you the most up-to-date information. If there is a webinar that's coming up that you can step into and watch Jason and Dan explain the plan in depth, I will be letting you know about that for sure. If you go ahead and join the waitlist or log in or register for the actual webinar, but whatever the link is, what I'm trying to say, just go ahead and click it, and I will give you the most up-to-date information that exists. And when there is an opportunity for you to watch Dan Hollings and Jason Fladlin do a live webinar presentation on the plan, I highly recommend that you catch that and do that. I watch every single one of them, and I learn new things and take new tidbits away every time. So it's really that powerful and important. So I would recommend that you do that. And I'd just like to say as well, in closing, if you have enjoyed this video and if it's been helpful for you, can you go ahead and hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe to the channel, please? It helps tremendously for me to be able to continue to put out this kind of information for you. And it will also help you to get those automatic updates from YouTube. They will send you the notifications anytime there's a new update that I've put out there. So you don't have to worry about ever missing out on anything at all. You'll be notified for sure. So do that. Go ahead and scroll in underneath this video. There's an actual see more button. You can click on there and read more options that are available to you. There's a whole bunch of other videos that I've done. And there's also other resources too that I've created that are like a full-on review of the actual plan itself. That's in my blog. There'll be a link to that as well. You can get extensive information and really educate yourself right now today before there's even a webinar for you to go to. So I would strongly recommend that you do that, and definitely give this a very hard look, because crypto is here to stay, regardless of the FUD, the fear, uncertainty, and doubt that the headlines and the media and the governments and the banks and stock market guys and all those people are trying to put down. Crypto and blockchain is here to stay, and it's considered today. We're all still considered early adopters. People who are investing in cryptocurrency now, you would be considered an early adopter. It's still that early in the game. So that's really exciting, because there's a lot of room for growth, right? When you know that. And yeah, so it's definitely something that you're gonna want to know about. You're gonna want to implement a little bit at least into your investment portfolio. Doesn't have to be a lot. And by the way, that's one of the recommendations that's made by Dan in the plan, is that you only invest a portion of your investment income, your investment capital, into cryptocurrency. A lot of people do more than that. It's their choice. Everybody has to do their own research. We all have to make the decisions for ourselves based on our risk level and whatnot. But yeah, you do have that opportunity, and it is an excellent addition to any well-rounded portfolio. Yeah. So on that note, I'm going to wrap this one up and say thank you very much for tuning in. It's been my pleasure to address you today, and I will definitely be coming to you with more videos. So like I say, please go ahead and subscribe to this channel and click the link below to get yourself in line, so that you will get whatever the most current and up-to-date information is that is available. Yeah, so thanks very much, everybody. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.
If I was going to tell anyone to get into crypto in this crazy market, in this crazy world, it's the plan or it's nothing, right?
Working with Heather, she is extremely knowledgeable and helpful, and her bonuses when you sign up are amazing.
But Heather, it's incredible. You know, Heather's bonuses are a must when you're going to take up on Dan Hollings, the plan.
Those two components, the plan and Heather Farrell with her marvelous boni that she provides, made me gain my first relevant profit within the crypto space.
Heather, thank you so much. all your support, Q&As and all the other goodies that you are handing out to people. Couldn't be any better. Heather, keep going, and thanks tremendously for your help and support.
I was originally signed up under somebody else, and I made the switch to work with Heather, and I definitely do not regret it.
And signing up under Heather, she offers a number of bonuses, Facebook group, which I think is essential.
What I also appreciate about Heather is how genuine she is, and she continues to provide value.
Her Facebook group is probably one of the biggest assets.
Deep appreciation to Heather. It's all because of her that I'm actually able to be in the plan right now. Fantastic. She was so dedicated. I can't believe it. I'm so grateful because, yeah, it's only a month that I'm in and it's beyond my expectation.
It is absolutely helpful to have a real sympathetic person on your side who is there for you for any questions about the content of the course, the plan, and provides an exclusive Facebook group you can attend where nice people share their experience as well.
Heather's bonuses really gives you an extra edge, and it also gives you that extra confidence.
This opportunity is too good not to share, so I encourage you all to go for it.
The best bonus, in my opinion, is the Facebook group. You're going to want to talk to people going along that same journey, and that's really what this group is for. And there's a number of other bonuses too, which you definitely should check out, but it's that group, and you're going to go on a journey, and you're going to be learning a lot of information with each other. It's going to be great. So no regrets. No regrets. Get in.
I highly recommend getting the plan and getting into Heather Farrell's trading community. So cheers to all fellow traders. Bye.